Welcome, student, to our sixth lecture of engineering mechanics, and this is the last lecture for shear force and bending moment diagram. Already in the fifth lecture, we have discussed the shear force and bending moment diagram. We have derived different formulas there, expression of shear force and bending moment, and here we'll determine the values with the help of some numerical problem, values of shear force and bending moment under combination of load. Combination of load means not one types of load, rather more than one types of load may be present, means maybe 2 point load, 3 point load, one distributed load, like this. A combination of load will be there, and particularly value of the load in Newton, kilonewton, like this, and will determine the value also. So let's proceed. I'm starting with an example of cantilever beam subjected to 2 point load 10 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton acting at point A and B, whose is at free end and 2 meter from the fixed end respectively. In addition to that, other distributed load 10 kilonewton per meter is also working. For simplicity of writing equation, we will assume that the point loads are F1 and this is F2, and this is the omega intensity of the load. Now, to get the equation, as different types of load is working here, so we will consider two different segments at which we are trying to find out the shear force and bending moment. Now, it's the first segment, which is PP dash. This PP dash point is in between A and B. It is any point in between A and B. Now draw the free body diagram of this section. At the free end, PP dash, shear force Fs1 is working. And in addition to the point load F1, the distributed load omega and the length x, means total magnitude of distributed load is omega x, which is acting at the middle of the section, means at x by 2 from section PP dash. Now, the shear force. Here, under the action of this force F1, this segment moves the left segment. It is the left segment of the entire beam, and this is moving down. As per the sign convention, it is the negative shear. So minus F1. And similarly, that is true for omega x load. So finally, this is the equation. Equation 1. Substitute with the value of F1 and omega, we are getting this. Now, at x equals to 0, substitute the value of x equals to 0, and then you are getting the value of Fs1 equals to minus 10 kilonewton. Notice that at x equals to 1, other point load is working. So, this equation does not holds good for x equals to 1. But when x tends to 1, means it is very adjacent to point B, near to B, then this equation holds good. And we can substitute the value x equals to 1, and we are getting Fs1 equals to minus 20 kilonewton. Then, in this section, let's try to determine the bending moment. Again, bending moment is the summation of moment of all the forces working on this segment. All the force means how many forces are there? Two forces, F1 and omega s. Definitely Fs1 force is there, but from this end PP dash, the distance of Fs1 is 0, so there is no effect of this force. Now F1 into distance from PP dash, it is x, so F1x. Under the action of this force, the uh, uh, beam bends like concave shape, convex shape, so the bending moment is negative. Or you can consider anti-clockwise movement of the beam is negative and clockwise is positive. So minus F1x is negative. Similarly, omega x, under the action of omega x also, the beam tends to rotate in anti-clockwise direction about P point. So it is also negative. So omega x and distance x by 2. So now we are getting the moment equation for this section PP test, means in between 1 and 2. Now notice that here the x is from 0 to 1, unlike here, which is x is less than 1. Why? Because though at x equals to 1 another load is working, but in moment equation, if we write F2 also here, then F2 into distance from PP dash is equals to 0. So F2 into 0, finally this is the equation. So this equation holds good for B point or at x equals to 1 also. Now second part. Now consider another point QQ dash, which lies in between B and C. Any point in between B and C. Then in addition to F1 and F2, there is another force omega x, which this distance from A to this Q, distance considered again x. So total value of the distributed load is omega x, and working at the middle means at a distance of x by 2 from Q. So this is the free body diagram of the second part of the second segment. Now what's the shear force? It is similar to equation 1. In addition to that, F2 force is working, which is also negative shear. So our equation is this: minus 30 minus 10x Fs2 equals to minus 30 minus 10x. All the units here in kilonewton. Now at x equals to 1, this equation holds good for the x equals to 1. Substitute and get the value minus 40 kilonewton, and at x equals to 3, it is minus 60 kilonewton. Now what is the moment equation or bending moment equation for this segment QQ dash? It is not x2, rather it is QQ dash. Again, this equation also holds good for x equals to 1 to x equals to 3, means between B and C. Now it is similar to this equation 2. Only difference is that a force F2 is there. Now what's the distance of F2 from Q? A to Q, this distance is x, and A to B, it is 1. So F2 to Q, this distance is x minus 1, and it is again negative shear because anti-clockwise moment is this. So our equation is mx2 equals to minus f1x minus f2 x minus 1 minus omega x square by 2. This is equation 4. Now substitute the value at x equals to 1. Again you are getting minus 15 kilonewton per meter, as I already have told you for this equation, and substitute x equals to 3 in this equation and get minus 115 kilonewton meters. As you know, the equation unit of moment is kilonewton meter. Force into distance. Kilonewton is the unit of force here, and meter is the unit of distance. So this is all the values and equation. Now with the help of this, we will try to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. Now here we are writing that equation of shear forces, equation 1 and 3. Then see, it is the equation of straight line with negative slope. So this is the equation. And at x equals to 0, we determine that the value is minus 10 kilonewton. X equals to 2, x equals to 1, two values are there, minus 20 kilonewton and minus 40 kilonewton. This 20 kilonewton is just before point B and this 40 kilonewton is at B. So this is vertical line. It is a fixed constant value vertical line. Then again, from the next part between B and C, our equation is this. It is again a straight line, but starting value is this minus 40 kilonewton. And then with the same slope, here you notice, you know, straight line equation is y equals to mx. Here m is the slope. In both the cases, it is minus 10 and minus 10. Only difference is here initial value is the minus 10, means this is minus 10, whereas this is equals to minus 30. 40. 10 plus 30. From here it's now, and we also have determined this value equals to 60, means at x equals to 3 it is 60. Now after this shear force diagram, we have to find out the bending moment diagram. So let's go to the equation. The equation of bending moment equation is this. For the first segment, it is equation 2, and for second segment, equation 4. You see, both it is parabolic curve, and at x equals to 0, the bending moment is 0. X equals to 1, it is minus 15 kilonewton, that we already have determined. And at x equals to this 3 minus 115 kilonewton, that we have determined. Substituting the value of 3 in equation 4. And this both is parabolic equation. So these are the bending moment diagram. So finally, we are getting the bending moment diagram of the cantilever beam subjected to 3 load, 2 is point load and 1 is distributed load. Now it is the other example where it is a overhanging beam subjected to 2-point load and 1 distributed load working at the overhanging part dA. You notice here the load characteristics is varying from point to point, and that's why we will consider 4 different segments. First segment x1, which is in between D and A, then it is in between A and B, then in between B and C, then C and D. The segments are x1, x1, x2, x2, x3, x3, x4, x4. For the point load, distributed load, again as the intensity is 2 and the total load is here, total length is here 2. So totally it is 2 into 2, 4 kilonewton. Now find out the value of reaction forces. As the entire beam is in static equilibrium, So we can use the equation of static equilibrium. No horizontal force is there, so we need not go through summation of Fx. Rather, only go through summation of Fy0. In y direction, what are the forces? This 2 into 2 means 4 due to distributed load. This 10 concentrated load. This 2, all these downwards, so positive. Let's consider positive, and the upward Ra and Rc. Now see, here 2 unknown is there, and we are getting the equation Ra plus Rc equals to 16. But only with the help of this equation, we can't get the value of Ra and Rc. So we need to have another equation to solve this value of Ra and Rc. Let's take the moment of the force about A. Not necessarily it should be A, about any point. And as being static in structure, the moment of this of all the forces about A point is 0. Point should be noted. It is not necessarily only about A point. It may be B, C, whatever is the point. Always the moment summation of moments must be 0 to maintain the condition of static equilibrium. So, what forces are there on the beam? This 4 kilonewton distributed, this Ra, this 10 kilonewton, 2 kilonewton, and this Rc. And the moment about point A. Now, first, this 4 kilonewton. The 4 kilonewton, under the action of 4 kilonewton, this is moving left side, means rotating anti-clockwise about A. If we consider this is equals to anti-clockwise direction of the moment is negative, positive, then we can write down 4 into AD by 2. Why AD by 2? Because the point of application is the middle, means AD divided by 2. This is the distance from A. And magnitude 4. So 4 into AD by 2. Ra. Under the action of this force, Ra is 0. From A, distance of Ra is 0. Again, Rc. Under the action of Rc, again, the beam try to rotate anti-clockwise. So, it is also positive, as we are assuming anti-clockwise is positive. Then, Rc into C to A distance, AC distance, this is AC, which is 8 meters. And another force, 10 kilonewton is there. Under the action of this 10 kilonewton, the beam is rotating clockwise about it. So, it is negative. And distance is AB. So, here minus 10 into AB. And the last force, 2 kilonewton. Under the action of this force also, the beam is rotating in clockwise direction about A. So, 2 kilonewton into A distance, and it is negative equals to 0. Now, substituting the value of AC, AB and all this, we are getting Rc equals to 6.75 kilonewton. Substituting this value in equation 1, we are getting the value of Ra. So, now, all the forces working on the beam is known to us. What are the forces? The distributed force and 2 point load and 2 reaction, 2 point load and 2 reaction forces. Now we have to find out the shear force. Okay, what is the shear force now? The shear force here for the first segment, when the x is less than 2, means in between D and A, in between D and A. What are the force? Only distributed load is there. So magnitude is omega into x. Distance of this segment is x. So omega into x is the value. And it is downward means negative. It is the negative shear. Substituting the value of omega, this 2. 2 is the intensity, so minus 2x. This is equation 3. And here x equals to 0. Substitute the value and get Fs1 equals to 0 kN. So it's a straight line starting with 0 value. Similar to the previous one, here also at x equals to 2, other force Ra is working. And that's why this equation 3 does not holds good for this point A, means at x equals to 2. But just before 2, when x tends to 2, we are getting the value. Substituting the x equals to 2 here, we are getting the shear force minus 4 kilonewton. Now, next section, x2. This is the next section. What's the shear force? Here force is working Ra and this 4 kilonewton. Distance of Ra is from this section, this is equals to force equals to Ra minus this load 4 kilonewton. So Ra minus 4. And substituting the value of Ra, we are getting 5.25. Then for the section x3, our number of load is Ra 10 kilonewton and this distributed load. These two are positive. This and this is negative and Ra upward it's positive. So we are writing this and getting equation 5. Then for the shear force at section x4, here in between C and D. In between C and D, the number of forces working here is summation of all these forces, these 4 forces, and then we are summing up 2 reaction, 1 distributed force and 1 concentrated load, and we are getting the value. Now at x equals to 11, here you have to add these forces along with this 2 kilonewton, which is in downward means negative, so minus 2 equals to 0. Or if we measure the section from this end, then also at this point it is 0. And point should be noted, in the free end always shear force is 0. So this is all about the shear force values and equation. Now it is, we have to find out the bending moment diagram. Again we have drawn the this figure again, free body diagram of this. Now for section 1 or axis 1, our bending moment equation is, this is the force omega x square by 2, as already we have discussed, and that's why in cantilever beam, so we are not discussing it again. It is similar to the cantilever equation. So omega x square by 2 minus, substituting the value of omega, it is minus m1 equals to minus x square. And it holds good between 0 and 2. Substituting the value of 0, we are getting 0, and 2, we are getting minus 4 kilonewton meter. Then bending moment in the second section. For the second section, this section, the forces are Ra and this 4 kilonewton. Distance of 4 kilonewton is x minus 1. From here, you have to measure the distance from this end. and this distributed load is working to the center. If x is measured from there, then here to here, this distance is equals to x minus this one. From here to here, it is the x distance, x minus 1. X minus 1 is the distance. And the magnitude 4. And the bending moment direction, it is again moving anti-clockwise. If our section is here and then under the action of this force, it is anti-clockwise. Means we will consider negative. Now RA, due to RA, it is rotating up, means clockwise direction. So RA into x minus 2, this distance from RA to x2 section, this distance is x minus 2. What is x? X is the distance from this end, D to x2. In every equation, x is measured from D and the corresponding section. For the first section, all the distance will be measured from D and this section. For the second section, from D and this section. Third section, from D and this section. And for the fourth section, D and from x4, this section. So always distance should be measured from D. So RA into this distance, which is here to here, it is x minus 2. We are getting equation 8. And this equation holds good between 2 to 4. This here A to B, because in between that there is no other forces. So this equation holds good between 2 meter and 4 meter, 6 meter. Here the distance of D is 2 meter and here it is 6 meter. Now substitute the value at x equals to 6, substitute and get this 17 kilonewton meters. And already at x equals to 2, what's the bending moment value? We have calculated it. Now you notice that we are getting a bending moment here minus 4 kilonewton, whereas at the second section xx2 it is 17 kilonewton meter. If there is any change of bending moment, change of sign of bending moment, then we are getting a point at which the bending moment is 0. This particular point is called point of contraflexure. So we have to find out the value of x for which the bending moment is 0. So we have this equation. Substitute the bending moment equals to 0 here. Here it is positive up to x equals to 2, it is negative, and here it is positive. So from 2 to 6 there is a point of contraflexure, or where the value of moment is 0. Now substitute m2 equals to 0 and solve it, and we are getting x equals to 2.76 meter. As I have told you, all the distance is measured from D, so this is the distance from D, 2.76. If we are measuring from A, the distance is 2.76 minus 2, that is equals to 0.76 meter from A, right side. So right side of point A at 0.76 meter, there is a contraflexure, means bending moment is 0. Then go to the next part. In the next part means section x3 between B and C. If we are considering a section here, then again the distance should be measured from D. Then the bending moment is first force, this 4 kilonewton, distance is x. Here to here is the distance. From here to here, distance means x, distance of x3 is x3 x. and D to this point is equals to 1. So x minus 1 is the distance. Bending moment direction anticlockwise means negative. Again RA into x minus 2, as this is equals to 2. So here to here it is x minus 2 RA into x. And under the action of this force it is moving up, means clockwise direction. So it is positive, as it is the clockwise direction movement of the beam under the action of the RA force. So it's positive. So RA into x minus 2. The third force is 10 kilonewton. See, under the action of this force, the beam can rotate in anti-clockwise direction about x3 point. So this is negative bending. And what's the distance? Distance is from here to here. From here to here, this distance is x, and here to here it is 6. 2 plus 4, 6. So here to here distance is x minus 6. So this is the bending moment. Now put at x equals to this equation holds good for 6 to 10 meter. Up to 10 meter means up to this 10 meter. So substitute the value of x equals to 10 and get the bending moment at x equals to 10. And you see here the value is minus 2 kilonewton meters. See, it is again negative. So from this section x2 to x3, the bending moment sign is again changing. Means again another point of moment of flexure is there. So substitute m3 equals to 0 to get that value. Substituting the 0, we are getting x equals to 9.58, which is the distance from D end. So from the left end, E total distance equals to 11. So 11 minus this, that is equals to 1.42 from the left end of the beam. So the point of counterflexure is at 9.58 meter right side of D or 1.42 meter left side of E. Now for the last section x4, similarly we are getting the bending moment equation as 9. Only addition is RC point is there. So RC into and RC into this distance. RC into this distance. This is equals to what distance? X minus this 10. Here to here it is 10 and here to here in D it is x. So x minus 10 is the distance of RC from this section. So RC into x minus 10. What's the direction? Under the action of this RC force, the beam can rotate in clockwise direction. Means it is positive. So RC into x minus 10 equals to 10. Now this equation holds good between 10 and 11. So substitute x equals to 10 equals to 2 kilonewton meter and x equals to 11, it is 0 kilonewton meter. So this is the values. Using the value, we will try to draw the diagram. Again, rewrite the equations. So in the shear force diagram, see for the section up to A, equation is 2x for shear force, means it's a equation of straight line. starting from 0 value that we have calculated, so 0, 0. And now from here to here, means at x equals to 2, we have calculated the value is, one value is minus 4 kilonewton and another value is 5.25 kilonewton. Then again, this is the constant value. As per this equation, there is no x term, is constant value from here to here. And then again, a change, because another point load, this point load is appeared there. Due to this point load, certain change is there. So the value is changing from 5.25 to minus 4.75. This change is due to this concentrated load. Then again, we are getting a constant value of minus 4.75. And from here to here, this constant value, and then again, it is 2 kilonewton. This change is due to this RC value, and then this is the fixed value of RC, and now at this end this free end, it is 0. So starting from 0 and ending at 0 again. And just before this value, before x point, it was 2 kilonewton, and after applying this 2 kilonewton, it is 0. So this is the change. The reason of this change is this concentrated load. So wherever a concentrated load is there, then a sudden change of shear force. Now come to the bending moment diagram. The equation is first section means between D to A, equation is minus x square, which is the parabolic curve starting from 0, substituting x equals to 0, and this is equals to 4 kilonewton, substituting x equals to 2. This is equals to 2 square minus 4 kilonewton. And from there, from this equation, it is clear it is the equation of straight line. Second part is the equation of straight line. Starting from here, and maximum value we have already calculated. This is 17 kilonewton meter. And the point of contraflexure, this is the point of contraflexure, which was calculated 2.76 meter in the previous case. First point of contraflexure, where the bending moment changing sign from this negative to this positive 17 kilonewton. Again, the third part means third equation, this M3, this is the M3 equation. It is also a straight line, but here the value of bending moment changes from 17 kilonewton to minus 2 kilonewton meter. Means again change of sign, where we have found out the distance of this contraflexure is at 1.42 meter. Notice one thing from here, that at the free end, the shear force is 0 and the bending moment here also finally at the free end it is 0. No shear force is there in the free end, and even no bending moment is also there. Now, so this is all about these shear force and bending moment diagram, and we have explained it with the help of two problems. One is on the cantilever beam, another is simply supported beam, and both the beam is subjected to combination of force, distributed as well as point load is there. Okay, this is the last, this is all about this topic. These are the references that I have used to prepare this video. Okay, this is all about our shear force and bending moment. We have completed our discussion on shear force and bending moment here. And in the next lecture, we'll discuss the kinetics of rigid body. I'll request you to follow the lectures that is coming soon. And thank you for your patience for the current lecture. Thank you.